I played hockey one time in a tournament, and they would do like starting lineups, like from the time you're a Bantam, which is like middle school through like freshman year, and they would. It'd be funny whenever you go to a tournament like out of Minneapolis and you went and played somewhere. They would. Remember one announcer was like, James, he's just like a L. It's L.
Jeez, gave up.
I was like, all right, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's me.
Doesn't matter.
We have the same number.
Yeah, but I say like if me and my 4-year-old can spell it, so it's fine. It can't be that hard.
That's all that matters.
It's not that hard.
Hey, Coach, can you scoot up to the microphone?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me ask you about Sonny. Obviously, last year this time he was transitioning from safety. Now he's the leader of the front seven. How is he kind of taken to that role and leader of the linebackers and really leader of maybe the defense?
I think it's just the way Sonny goes about it. He's the ultimate pro. He's been that way. You know, obviously his dad and mom have done a great job in kind of raising him and Lorenzo and kind of how they go about their business. Very intentional. I've been secretly pounding the table for Sonny Styles to play linebacker for really probably since I got here. You just saw that frame and you knew like just let the kid eat a cheeseburger and he'll get to the right weight. And like from day one that we said we're making the switch, man, he just wanted to work on his feet and work and work and work. And he's the same way. I mean, you said the leader of the front seven. I think he's the leader of the entire team, and handled himself really well through the entire winter, workout period and all that. And I mean, Cody set such a good example. Tommy set a great example the year before, right? Like everyone leads in their own way. Like Cody didn't lead like Tommy, and Sonny won't lead like either of them. We all have our own form of leadership. You have to be authentic. But when you're a leader, like that's hard because like everyone's looking at you to like step out of line, right? So Sonny's done a great job kind of taking that over.
Does that have to come with the territory at linebacker? Because we talk about a lot at quarterback.
Yeah.
Given the lineage of captains that have been at that position, is that like a prerequisite to play that position?
Has to be. Like if you're getting recruited here as a linebacker, you better be the captain of your team. You just have to be. You're talking in front of the huddle every single play. So if the quarterback's making checks, you're making checks. So you're the most vocal guy naturally at it. Doesn't mean you have to be a rah-rah guy. I remember playing with AJ Hawk. Like AJ wasn't the most vocal guy. When he did talk, you listened because of the way AJ worked, and you're like, oh, for one, he's going to be where he's supposed to be, and he's going to mess somebody up when he gets to the point of attack, and he's going to do what he says he's going to do, and AJ's right more often than not. And so he'd be the guy speaking in front of the huddle. Schlags was a leader. Why? Same reasons, right? So I think you have to be. If any great defense has to have dudes at linebacker, and I know I'm biased, but that's just the reality of it.
How much have you seen yourself grow throughout these couple of years that have taken over this role?
Probably just a lot more organized. You know, you get better as a teacher. I think you have to start with like a foundation and realize, I think when I first got into coaching, I didn't realize how little, like when I was at Notre Dame, I didn't realize how little college kids actually knew about just what I would consider just obvious football. And so that comes from like, you know, last time I was playing football was, you know, you're in the 8th year, you're 30 years old, you've forgotten more football than the kids that you go and coach know. So it's like, you have to almost like shrink back. Okay, when I was 18 years old, what did I know about football? Nothing. Like nothing. Like I always tell people the story, like in high school, the linemen are about the same size as you. You just kind of go run and try to like run through them. There's no technique. And then you get here and you're on scout team and Nick Mangold's the starting center and you're getting just absolutely destroyed every play because you're trying to run through Nick Mangold and he's just baptizing you play after play after play. So that's just part of it. So I think you got a long way to go. You're always learning in this game. If you're not, you're going to get humbled fast. So I just think I'm more organized.
James, do you have any, I know that 6 practices in spring, probably not installing a ton. Is there any sense of what this might look like? It's different for the linebackers with Matt Patricia. You guys were, and what's the balance? Because you were the #1 defense in the country a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I think there's, I think whenever you bring somebody from the outside in, there's just an awesome, like, collaboration of ideas, you know? And I think what Coach Patricia's done really well is when you study what Matt's done everywhere he's been, like he takes, okay, how many guys do we have that we can count on? You know what I mean? And then what are we going to do with those guys? And so we have a system in place, you know, when he got here of that things we did really well, the things that he really likes, and then how do you just add to it? And if you need to subtract somewhere, you subtract. And so we've gotten through a lot of the terminology stuff, you know, what some people might call one color, some people call something else. Like, you get through some of that stuff, that's easy. I mean, within my career of football, like, you can just call a personnel group 11. I've called it gray. I've called it zebra. I've called it orange. Like, it's all just 11 personnel, one tight end, one back, 3 receivers. But, like, every system has something different. You know what I mean? So you're just like, you're learning a new language. But our guys are so smart. They're pros. And so we're doing a little bit of mixture of what we know. And, you know, Matt's definitely brought some cool ideas.
He's talked twice since he's got here, and he's brought up Arvel both times. He's just sort of watching him move and all those sorts of things. What is in store for Arvel here?
Arvel is so talented, like so talented. Very rarely do you find somebody, I mean, grateful here at Ohio State to have a guy that looks like Sonny and Arvel, and right, like the length and his ability to move around and position flex just makes him all the more valuable. And so I think what we're doing is we're realizing everything that Arvel Reese can do, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I think, I mean, that's a special talent. That's a special talent. And he has matured so much from 2 years ago. And what I always appreciate, and I mean this, like what I appreciate about Arvel Reese is that he like has the inability, like he'll joke around, but like when you ask him a question, he will tell you like the honest to God's truth. And he don't care how bad, like silly it makes him seem. It doesn't matter. Like I've coached guys where there could be trips out there and like, hey, why didn't you walk? Well, I thought this, and they try to explain the whole thing. Like Arvel will just be like, I didn't even know there's trips out there. I didn't see it. Like he'll just tell you honestly, like okay, well, we'll work on that, you know? But that's what I appreciate about him. Like he's gonna give you the absolute truth every single time. Peyton, man, Peyton's awesome. Peyton's awesome. Tough, just like an absolute natural, just middle linebacker. He is like, his feel in the box and his ability to maneuver and feel blocking schemes, and he's got that wrestling background, so his, you know, his striking ability and the way he snags and then runs his feet on contact, like he's just a throwback, man. I love Peyton, and I expect Peyton to have a lot of playing time. A lot of playing time.
What are your early impressions of Riley, TJ, and Eli?
Well, I think, you know, anytime you have the freshmen on the field, like you're excited to kind of like, you get these lumps of clay that you're excited to try to form a little bit. You know, the most important thing with young players is that you're learning a lot. So you're, you know, taking all these notes, and the more, when you're on the field and you're young, a lot of times what happens is you're trying to remember, like, okay, what do I have in this defense? How am I supposed to do it? What's coach want me to do? And then set hut and somebody moves, and then like, naturally when that happens, you kind of like freeze. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, what am I? They've gotten through some of that, which is good, and now they're starting to, like, you could see when we had an inside drill the other day where Eli had a really natural feel, was physical at the point of attack. TJ Alford dropped 2 picks today. I was giving him a hard time for, you know, and so, which that's not like we don't give them PBUs, we call them MOBPs. That's a missed opportunity for a big play. It's actually a minus. I don't care if the stats give you a PBU or not. Like that's a minus. Like we expect you to catch that ball. But they're good plays. And then Riley Pettyjohn, you know, he's got a great feel. The burst is there. So they're all flashing, man. They're all flashing. And again, like I love their attitudes, their demeanors. And then when you have leaders like Sonny and Arvel's doing it in his own way, and Peyton and Stove, like those guys are all like the brotherhood in that room, like we call it the backerhood. The backerhood in that linebacker room is special, and it's been there for, gosh, forever.
Where have you seen the most growth from Garrett from 1 year to year 2?
I just think Garrett's getting comfortable with like the weight he's carrying. He was on the ground a lot last year, you know what I mean? Like being a former safety, the backer, like working in the box, contact, getting off blocks, all that. Like there's a little bit of like, there's a little savviness to it. We all knew it. Everyone knows he can just go straight line. I mean, the guy runs like 23 miles per hour. He can roll. So I think just he's got a way more natural feel this year. And what I love about Stove, man, he's got to give you everything he's got, every rep.
Great.
Every rep. So like I said, man, I'm just grateful for the guys I have in my room.
Great. James, thank you very much.
You good? Yeah.
Hey guys, you got an opening? That's right. Hey, you got an opening.